Alright, I figured since we had basically a time lapse right at the beginning of this, I would go and talk about the reason why that this happened. So basically, I ended up going through and in the process of getting this episode edited, realized that I had accidentally deleted the audio for the ending of the video session that I had that in. So I'm going to go through, explain kind of what ended up happening, and explain what we ended up picking up, because you'll see in the video, obviously, that we got a fent. It's got a front bucket attachment on it, it has the cab on it, and it has a aftermarket edition of the 3-point hydraulic system to the front side of the tractor. So that's going to be very beneficial for us working around the farm, even during the winter, using it to push snow and use the salter with, go through, feed the chickens and everything. So it works out fantastic with having that setup. We only end up paying $1,800 for that tractor specifically. So, I mean, we got it very dirt cheap. It's very run down. So it's a matter of it is more or less specifically for working on stuff within the yard of the actual, farm there. So that kind of at least explains that. We do have some chickens, obviously, that are picked up in the process as well and are offloaded into there. So we have just a bunch of random chickens, and then there's a singular chicken named the Ryan chicken. A certain gentleman will know the exact thing. It's someone that I work with that watches the series. And there's a upcoming joke in the next episode, because the next episode we already have things recorded for it. So it's just a matter of the process of editing for that one to come out. I'm hopefully going to get this done as of this weekend, trying to get it worked out and taken care of. So other thing is as well is we are going to be looking at getting some new attachments for the tractors here soon. There's a possibility we may be getting another barn put onto the property after the first of the year in game. And that will actually help us not only with the storage of our header assemblies, our two-seaters that we have now, the tandem attachment for it, that way that they're fixed uh, statically, to the unit. Um, I mean, even from there, we still have even more that we could feasibly actually put in there. We could, if I put the right one down, we'll end up having some rack assemblies in there, some more storage for seeds and the like. So it's just more or less a matter of getting some more income coming in and getting our loan paid off that we still have, because we still have a little bit of a loan on there to get that taken care of. So, I mean, that is really about it on a few things. I'm going to be trying to work out a little bit better on the audio setup, because right now I'm running a cross between using OBS for actual recording of the game and its audio, and using Audacity to record a secondary audio set for anything involving basically me talking. That way I can independently readjust the audio accordingly because of the setup that I have to run right now. So we'll be looking into making that a little bit better and readjusting some stuff a little bit more and tinkering with it. Otherwise, we're going to be getting out of this time lapse here in just a second, so I will see you guys in just a moment. Alright. Well, we got the field done. We had a couple little issues that I'm gonna have to take care of outside of the video to be able to get taken care of appropriately, but got the field taken care of, got it all seeded, got it with its secondary layer of fertilizer and everything, since we have a seeding and fertilizing application here that these seeders do, so we got that all said and done. Thought I had enough room to squeeze in between that tree and the barn there, but I am finding out that I am sorely mistaken. We had a couple issues with the tractor going and turning off while we were out in the field, so we may have to, after the other machine, the harvester, is taken care of, we may have to get this in during the winter to get that corrected for this. So, I mean, we got the job done. We don't have any contract work right now that we have to complete, so kind of works out in our favor that this is happening when it's happening with this tractor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go and get the... Oh, sorry, I'm blanking there. I'm gonna go and get the... I'm blanking bad today. It is my bad entirely on that. I'm a little tired today, but I'm gonna go through, put the... I'm gonna keep blanking on it, and I don't know why. Give me just a second here, because that is gonna bother me that I keep blanking on that. I'm gonna go through, put away the frickin' telehandler. That way it's taken care of and put away. I'm gonna put the big bags away for the time being. That way that's also done. Don't know why I was blanking on that word so bad. Well, we'll get everything put away. It's not going to take long at all, and we're going to go and advance forward to the next day because there's not much else for us to do at the minute. I know we're getting close here to winter. Got that winter wheat put in. That way we can kind of gauge it at just the right time frame to be able to get an extra harvest or two out of that field per year. Try to start getting things on track. So, I mean, we'll do what we can to effectively get us back on track here. Now, if that's going to end up being the case and it's going to work out, it's going to be a completely different story. But we shall see. I'm apparently just going to struggle bus today. Recording this as I just got out of work not that long ago, and to be fair... Oh! Well, wasn't really expecting that to happen, but there we go. No, I just got out of work not that long ago, and as I was talking with one of the people that I actually see on a daily basis at my job that watches, he mentioned the fact, he goes, so the video was coming out on Friday, right? And I'm like, yeah. Things have been a little crazy. I'm actually recording this the day before I'm actually normally releasing stuff. So it is going to be a long day for myself. Because I honestly feel bad about the fact that I had kind of forgotten with everything going on, because I'm going through physical therapy right now and they're making no progress of any kind. And with the basically running around to appointments to be able to go and start getting this stuff figured out, it's kind of offset things a little bit for me and threw me off. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, yeah, it is about that time that I should have that ready to go, and I'd had nothing done yet. Which is not normally how I operate. Normally, I try to record both weekends, the weekend before and the weekend that it normally gets posted up right before that Friday. Normally makes my life a little bit easier, lets it be a little less hectic, but with everything going on and being down and out with being in pain right now has been throwing off my normal mojo of doing things and my normal rhythm. So it definitely caught me off guard when he's like, yeah, 2 weeks. I'm like, completely forgot. Just like that same gentleman has a chicken named after him in that chicken pen over there. Made a joke to him today. I go, man, maybe I'll just sell off the Ryan chicken there. He goes, that's okay. He goes, that Ryan chicken anyways. Probably not gonna help you none. Ooh, alright. Now comes the fun part of the mess that I made without even really meaning to. I honestly get a feeling I am probably just going to leave that on the ground. So then this does not happen again with it. 'Cause yeah, I'll admit that don't need that stuff just randomly falling down all the time, causing a mess. Already is driving me up a wall, the fact that it fell down like it did. Or for the fact I can't really put that. Maybe I might look into something about putting that lawnmower on a pallet. It'd make more sense to have that lawnmower on a pallet tucked away up on top. Well, I'll look into that at another time frame. That way I can actually evaluate whether or not that is something I can feasibly do, because I know we have the empty pallets that we can get. It's just a matter of if it will not only allow itself to roll up on said empty pallet, but the matter of whether or not it'll actually stay on it is the next matter. But we will figure that out at a later time. That'll be something I'll do in the little testing grounds map that I have to be able to make sure certain things function the way that I think it should, because there are certain things that I'll sit there and kind of question for a little bit. Not 100% sure whether or not it's actually going to do what I want it to do or what I'm intending it to do. And then we will be looking at getting a new barn here soon. It's just gonna be a minute before we officially figure it out. And you know what? I'm gonna go through and get this stuff put away right quick. Just so then everything's all said and done out here. Because there is a very good chance that we will be fast forwarding more than one day, unless we need to do stuff with the chickens, which odds are we probably will. But besides that, we will be fast forwarding quite a few days to go through and get to doing something. I have a feeling unless we get some contracts going on, we will be probably fast forwarding to winter, so then we can actually go through and do some of the snow plowing for the city. Which would be very, very nice. So then we can pay back on that little mower, and maybe down the line, if we get far enough with it, if we do enough snow plowing, we can actually pay off what we owe with the city. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could probably go through and lease that equipment for the, oh, what was it, the 2 sugar beet contracts, or a sugar beet and potato contract. I know it's some weird combination that we had, but there, at the end of it, we're gonna make, yeah, some money off of the situation, but it's gonna take us way too long to go through and harvest as it is. And I will just self admit I have never had the patience to do sugar beets, let alone potatoes on this. Even on my personal playthrough on Griffin, Indiana, I did not have the wherewithal to actually allow myself to do that. And that was even just doing a small little one that was behind the house on Griffin, Indiana, because I decided to start with the house with the tiny little field and that fenced-in backyard. And I just did not have the patience for it. Now, don't get me wrong, I probably could have gotten a whole Ropa assembly, but the, the Ropa assembly would probably have barely just fit in that backyard as it is if I was even lucky. So maybe it was a good idea that I didn't even bother after that point. I know this eventually we will have to go through and fix the outlining on that, and like I said, work on the greenery around it because I just don't like how plain it looks. It doesn't really look that great. But for the moment being, until we finally get ready to do that and we have the extra funds, it will serve its purpose for now. Oh, and we should get information on how bad our repair cost is going to be as well on that harvester in the next day or two. So that'll actually be kind of nice to actually find out what we're looking at and what we're getting set back by. So, and that is the end of this episode. If you guys like the video, consider giving it a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next week to 2 weeks. Bye.